Yeah. Two Feet Podcast coming back at you with another video. I recently saw this question posed by an individual. They were curious to know how long does it take before partner work just clicks? What I think about when I hear this question is how long does it take before I become confident in what I am doing? I would absolutely love to hear from you all. What are your thoughts and opinions on this? How long did it take before you were able to put everything that you've learned into some really great dances? What would you tell this person who asked you this specific question? I have quite a few ideas on this topic, so I'm really just going to be jumping from point to point. I hope I don't lose you, but let's just get right into it. I want to start out by saying that you do not want to focus on your peers or on the people that you see on YouTube and Instagram. When you are watching the dance professionals, understand that you are watching the top 1% in their craft. Understand that you are on your own path. Comparison is the thief of joy. Watching professional dancers and then comparing yourself to them is like watching the NBA and then being mad at yourself because you're not dunking or you're not draining hundreds of threes. Understand that that is a terrible mindset to have and that you are doing yourself no benefit by doing that. You do not have to be a professional to have fun at socials. There are plenty of beginners who would absolutely love to dance with you and who will have an amazing time. So please understand that you do not have to be a professional to have a good time at socials. As a very, very general rule, take this with a grain of salt, just as a general outline. It takes 3 months of practice to not look like a complete fool, 6 months to be passable, and a full year of consistent practice to be good at something. Take that with a grain of salt and as a very general outline. Focus on improving your leading and your following. And if you really want to take it an extra step further, learn to both lead and to follow. If you lead, practice following, and if you're following, try leading. Set aside any gender stereotypes that you may have about the dancing roles. Switching helps you understand how to make your signals clear, and I guarantee you the best dances I've had are with those dancers who can both lead and follow. I'm telling you, they are amazing dancers. If you want to set yourself apart, learn to lead and follow. The hardest part for beginners is musicality and staying on beat. Keeping the rhythm is super important, and it is also a dead giveaway that a dancer is less experienced. You want to become super familiar with the songs. You want to listen to that music genre that you are dancing to all the time. Listen to it in your home, listen to it on your way to work, listen to it on the bus. You want to become so familiar with that music genre that you're able to recognize the beat and stay on count without having to think about it. I guarantee you, the second that you're able to become familiar with the beat, stay on beat, and not have to think about it, your dancing goes to the next level. That is super important and very well may be the most important tip on this episode. The next part, this next part is, it is very hard to accomplish, but you want to worry less about getting it. And what I mean by getting it is you want to worry less about getting that combo, worry less about getting that footwork, worry less about accomplishing that turnstile. Understand that we dance because it is fun and enjoyable. The second that dancing becomes a chore, it's not fun, and that's not why we do it. So keep that in the forefront of your mind. We do this because it is fun and enjoyable. You need to accept mistakes. Understand that dancing is a form of communication, and this is so true. Making a mistake in any dance style is literally a miscommunication, and you wouldn't beat yourself up for misspeaking. So don't worry about misleading or misfollowing a step. Have some self-empathy. In my opinion, a kind of a cheat code, or yeah, pretty much a cheat code, is dancing merengue. Merengue is very simple, and a lot of places have their own style of merengue. But when I say merengue, I mean the simple 1, 2, left, right, 1, 2. It's a very simple dance that you can incorporate salsa, bachata. You can incorporate all of those turns and everything into it because it is such a simple beat and a simple dance. By practicing merengue, you remove the complicated footwork, and this allows you to practice your connection more and perfecting the communication with your partner. So learning to dance merengue and get good at it is a great skill up. You want to dance with as many people as possible. Dance is a social experience. So when you're dancing with as many people as possible, it allows you to refine your abilities to communicate with your partner. You also want to dance with people that are better than you. This is super good. This is super important. I know when I first started, I was super duper intimidated to dance with someone who I perceived to be better than me. But you need to do this. And the reason you need to do this is that there are going to be times where, whether you be a leader or a follow, but you're going to be dancing with someone and you're unsure if what they're doing is, if it's your fault or if it's their fault. And that's the best way to put it. I'm not trying to put blame on anyone, but you'll be unsure if it's the leader's fault or the follower's fault. And this is where dancing with someone who is better than you, or a good dancer, comes into play, because it can actually be just the other person's fault. They're not able to do what you're asking them to do. So if you don't dance with people who are more advanced, you may never know where the issue resides. So that's why it's super important. I think something that is also, this may be number 2 on the list as far as most important, is you want to keep your feet moving to the rhythm. That goes back to staying on beat and musicality, but keep your feet moving to the rhythm, and trying to stay on beat. Super important, man. You want to make sure that you're going to both classes and socials. Classes teach you the moves. Social dances reinforce the moves. Classes are just for learning new moves. Socials are where you actually practice the moves. You practice dancing. You practice the communication, the connection. You learn to apply the moves in the movement, man. In my opinion, you should probably be spending as much time, if not more, actually dancing at socials as compared to time spent in classes. I'll say that, but I'll also say that there is always something to be learned in class. At minimum, you want to be doing maybe, a 1-to-1 ratio. Going to classes and going to socials. You don't want to do one or the other. You want to do both. And finally, last thing I want to say is the basics. I'll speak for leaders because I am a leader. And when I say the basics for a leader, and this honestly goes for follows as well, the basics. And what I mean by the basics is that if you have good frame, good posture, proper hand positions, good tension, and you're able to execute clean moves, it doesn't matter if the moves are super complicated or super basic. If you can learn how to execute them proper while having good frame, posture, and good tension, I'm telling you, you are going to be an amazing dancer, because there isn't going to be any confusion in what you're asking of your partner. So learn how to lead a handful of moves and be able to do those well, do those magnificent, and I'm telling you, you will be regarded as a good dancer. This video is already long enough, man. I don't want to keep it going anymore. Like I said earlier, I would absolutely love to hear from you all. What is your opinion on this topic? What do you think about what I just said, man? Please let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much.